It has always fascinated me that a number of musical works that have become a staple of our choral repertoire originated in almost accidental circumstances. For example, the most famous work of them all, Handel's Messiah. We always perform the Hallelujah chorus for Messiah in the middle of our Christmas concerts, as you can hear in this video. When he wrote Messiah in 1741, Handel was feeling down on his luck. London audiences were no longer interested in his Italian operas, and his recent English oratorios hadn't really caught on yet. Then, a close collaborator named Jennens gave him a complete libretto for a collection of biblical passages tracing the life of Jesus as the Messiah. Shortly after, Handel took an offer to travel to Dublin, Ireland for some concerts there to benefit the Society for the Release of Imprisoned Debtors. Jennens found this out only after the fact and was not pleased. He also didn't like the music Handel wrote when he shared it with him. Handel composed the whole work in 24 days, in part by applying the English biblical text to some secular Italian duets he had already written. The Dublin performance at the Fishamble Street Music Hall was a huge success, but it took another year before it was performed in London. The idea of presenting biblical texts in a theater rather than in a church with Handel's Italian-style opera singers did not go over well. It was not until 1750 when it began to look like it would have a new life as a benefit performance for London's Foundling Hospital, and it began to become one of the most popular choral works ever written. In very different ways, the featured work on our program this year, Benjamin Britten's Ceremony of Carols, was also an accidental musical icon with an inauspicious origin. Britten traveled to New York in 1939 after a period of critical disapproval and pre-war turmoil in England. By 1942, homesickness and concern for friends at home led him to get a ticket on a Swedish cargo ship, the SS Axel Johnson, with his life partner-to-be, Peter Pears. He left with a small manual on composing for the harp given to him by Edna Phillips, the principal harpist of the Philadelphia Orchestra, for a harp concerto she requested. Then, at the first stop in Nova Scotia, he found a small book of Middle English poetry that first inspired him to think of his Ceremony of Carols. To fend off the combination of boredom and fear in the cramped quarters of a cargo ship during wartime, Britten set several of the Middle English poems to music for women's choir and harp, using the manual that he had from Edna Phillips. After his safe arrival back home, it was premiered by Community Women's Choir and then Elementary School Boys Choir. But it wasn't until it was published in 1955 in an arrangement for mixed choir and harp that it became a perennial favorite on the Christmas programs of choirs around the world. In this video, you're listening to the Choral Society's own 2014 performance of the work with harpist Elaine Christie, who joins us again for the third time this season. Please come and hear this musical surprise that no one saw coming 80 years ago.